If we adjust sort, we can then start to mess around with making it do all sorts of good stuff. So if we do something like that, we'll now get all sorts of messing around. And we can store that as a new extract. So we can take a whole skewed version of a single light and make lots do it. So again, they're tools that allow you either to live apply a look. Not a cue, but a series of actions to any light at any moment in time. Or they're a way of storing a predefined structure that you want to reuse.
Υπάρχει, όπως είδατε, υπάρχει δυνατότητα να παίξετε με κάποιους παραμέτρους, το οποίο δεν πρέπει να δούμε στις λεπτομέρειες αυτές, βλέπετε ότι το αποτέλεσμα μας αλλάζει. Δηλαδή, το εφαρμόζουμε αυτό το extract σε οποιοδήποτε κατάσταση θέλουμε. Με πολύ απλή κίνηση.
Okay, so, next, let's have a look at patching. So, the console, the T2, has 16 universes of DMX. They're all processed on board. There are 4 DMX ports on the back. The rest appear over Ethernet.
Η κονσόλα έχει 16 universe, τα οποία υπάρχουν 4 DMX port από πίσω, το καθένα 500 out channels on each one, 512 κανάλια σε κάθε DMX out που έχει πάνω στην κονσόλα, και τα υπόλοιπα universe περνάνε μέσα από Ethernet.
The small ones all have 16 universes. It's just you choose how many channels to output from those 16.
Ακόμα και οι μικρότερες έχουν πάλι και αυτές έχουν 16 universe, απλά διαλέγεις πόσα κανάλια να κάνει output από το universe στην κονσόλα.
So to patch a light, we select a universe from the tabs at the top here.
Επιλέγουμε ένα universe που θέλουμε να...
We select a list of manufacturers. We scroll down and we find the light we're after, so we will go for PR today, I think. And we grab a light. It's a nice example. I think 1200 standard. So to patch a light, what we do is drag and drop it to its start address. So we've patched an XL 1200 standard to Universe 7 start address 1. We can patch a second one by dragging another one in. We've made a mistake, we can drag things around. Or we can patch a whole block of them by filling in the boxes down here. So for example, we're going to patch another 6, just like that. They're in the wrong place, we just drag them to wherever we want. So it's a very simple way of seeing where a light's patched, how many channels it takes, where it fits, and where you've got some spare channels. So again, just a really simple way of looking at your patch.
Τώρα όπως είδατε, κάνουμε patch τα φωτιστικά μας. Είναι πολύ εύκολα. Επιλέγουμε σε ποια universe θέλουμε να το κάνουμε patch. Από τη βιβλιοθήκη επιλέγουμε το φωτιστικό μας, το πιάνουμε και το τραβάμε όπου θέλουμε μέσα στο πίνακα με τα 512 κανάλια. Το αφήνουμε εκεί που θέλουμε να ξεκινήσει, ποιο starting address έχουμε για το φωτιστικό, το αφήνουμε εκεί πέρα και έχει κάνει patch μόνο του. Πατώντας επάνω σε ένα, press on one of them, βλέπετε ότι ξεκινάει από το συγκεκριμένο address που βλέπετε το σκούρο το μπλε και καταναλώνει αυτά τα κανάλια. Αν κάνουμε κάποιο λάθος, μπορούμε να το μετρήσουμε πάνω κάτω. Επίσης, δεν πρέπει να παίρνουμε ένα-ένα και να το πηγαίνουμε εκεί που θέλουμε. Αν έχουμε 10 ίδια, μπορούμε να πούμε αριστερά μου πέρα στον πίνακα ότι θέλουμε 10 από αυτά τα φωτιστικά να ξεκινήσουμε από αυτό το νούμερο και να κάνουμε πάντα αυτόματα ένα πίσω από το άλλο.
Okay. So as soon as we've patched the light, it appears in our layout here. So to make those layouts, we can grab our lights and drag them around. We can put them into place however we choose. So it's very quick to make those layouts you saw before. We just put things where we want them and off we go. As soon as the light's patched, again, we can give it some intensity, we can give it some colour, we can see what go-go's are in it. So from patching a light to being able to start programming it, start working with it, is incredibly quick. You haven't got to do lots of sort of setting the console up to let you control the light. It's just there. And again, we go back to this generic control. You don't have to know how the light does it. You know, it doesn't matter what colour system's in it. If you make it go red, you'll get a red, or the best it can do. If you've got LEDs, if you've got moving lights, if you've got RGBA and RGBAW lights are a classic, you just give it a colour and the light will go to the colour. So from walking into whatever style of show you're doing, however many people you've got, however many lights you've got, you can use the time you've got available to make the stage look good. You know, that's the point. Is that what we do for a living is this. All the technology in the world, everybody here, it's all about that. And the more time we can spend focused on making the looks, and the less time we spend messing around with the technology behind it, the better the results are. You know, it doesn't matter what show you do. Nobody walks into an arena, to a nightclub, to a theatre, and goes, how many lights have you got? They care about how the very expensive man on stage looks. That is what we do. So this is all about being able to spend your time lighting your show, not spend your time arguing with the lighting desk, because that's got no real value. Sorry.
Right, είδατε ότι κατευθείαν μόλις σταματσάραμε τα φωτιστικά μας όσα κάνει είναι, εμφανίζεται νέο σηκωνίδια επάνω στην κεντρική οθόνη και απευθείας μόλις τα επιλέξουμε μπορούμε να δούμε τι κόμπο, τι χρώμα, οτιδήποτε θέλουμε να κάνουμε, απευθείας δεν μπορούμε να ξεκινήσουμε να δουλεύουμε, να προγραμματίζουμε. Το οποίο ο σκοπός μας είναι αυτός. Το πρόγραμμα και το αποτέλεσμά μας να είναι το ωραίο που θέλουμε, να μην χρειαστούμε να σκεφτόμαστε πώς θα γίνει και τι θα γίνει και όλα αυτά. Είναι απευθείας, εμφανίζονται και λειτουργούν, είναι άμεσα λειτουργούν.
Okay, so next thing we're going to have a look at is the surface of the console. So this is a sort of a virtual version of what I'm looking at. Now, again, at the beginning, as I said, there's all sorts of different sized hardware. But every single lump of each console is the same. So a playback panel has the same number of faders and buttons in the same place. A faderless playback bank, again, same size, same location. Encoders, same size, same location. And it starts right down with this little 5-fader M1 over there. But that bank of playbacks is the same as is on here and is the same as is on here. And the reason is really very simple. With what we do today, we have to be able to go from small to big size venues. We have to be able to work on different scale and size shows with different budgets. Now, if you're working in an arena, a big console makes perfect sense. However, if you're jumping on a plane to go and do a little opening of a shop, there's no point in taking a massive console with you. You take a small version. If you're flying to their festival, you take a small one with you. However, you don't want to be working completely differently on that to on this. So everything is the same orientation. The screen, the keyboard, and the playback lumps are exactly the same. The whole thing is designed so you can jump between them. Because what that means is all of us can make as much of a living as is possible. You know, the more shows you can do, the better. You know, that's the reality. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I think it's clear. Οποιοδήποτε μοντελίζεται από τη μικρή είτε από τη μεγάλη έχουν όλο το ίδιο layout. Δηλαδή τα 5 fader εδώ, όπως είναι τα 5 fader εδώ και την κόμπη μεγαλύτερη, τα μπουτόνια είναι πάντα ίδια, όλα αυτά, ώστε ανάλογα που θα πάμε να κάνουμε κάποια δουλειά, έχουμε την ανάλογη κονσόλα μαζί μας. Και χρειάζεται να πάρουμε μεγάλη, δεν μπορούμε να την κάνουμε τη μικρή, με στην τσάντα μας να πάμε κάπου να κάνουμε τη δουλειά. Είναι πάρα πολύ εύκολο γιατί το software είναι πάντα ίδιο, αλλάζει μόνο το hardware.
So, the main key to all this is you're not losing. You're able to do the same work on that as you are on this, in the same places. It's not a massive disadvantage to take a small console out on the show. You know, it depends on the size and budget as to which one fits. But to set them out, we do exactly the same thing. So, this is the top bank of playback on my console. And if we want to take this and move it to here, we just drag it. So moving things around literally is that simple. We just drag them into place. We can take a chase and put it there. Each playback can be split. So this lump of playback is 5 physical sets of playback. But we can split it. So we can now have one thing on here and one thing on here. Or we can split it again. So we can have one thing here, and one thing down here. So again, it depends on the style of show you're doing. If you want lots of different things at your fingertips, then we can put a chase on here, we could put a position effect on here, and we could have intensity down here. So this lump can be up to 15 different playbacks on one page.
Από ό,τι είδατε εδώ πέρα είναι πολύ εύκολο να μετακινούμε τα queue μας ή τα προγράμματά μας στη θέση που μας δουλεύει για να δουλέψουμε. Και το κάθε playback μπορεί να χωριστεί και σε 3 κομμάτια. Να είναι άλλο πράγμα στο αστεράκι, άλλο πράγμα στο play button και άλλο πράγμα στο fader. Και άμα θέλουμε βάζουμε την φωτεινότητα στο fader, μια θέση στο play button και στο star είναι ένα chase, στο αστεράκι είναι ένα chase, ας πούμε. Δηλαδή μπορούμε σε τα 5 ποτισιόμετρα αυτό το χώρο που βλέπετε εδώ πέρα, τα 5 τα επάνω, να είναι μέχρι και 15 διαφορετικά πράγματα. Στη μία σελίδα. How many pages do we have?
Έκλεισε μικρόφωνο.
Επί 1,2 εκατομμύρια σελίδες στην κάθε πεντάδα που βλέπετε.
Okay, so, talk about pages for a minute. No, actually let's not. So, this lump of playback can have a queue on it. We saw that earlier on. It can have a queue, it can have a queue list, it can have a chase on it. It can also have an effect, or it can have a preset